Anyway, we do have some 100 gig stuff. Let's get to this real quick. So Drake updated 100 gigs. And I'm going to be honest, before we even get into it, I'm going to echo something that, yesterday y'all asked me and I quickly dismissed it, but I'm almost saying right now, let me see. So we got the new and then new and listening parties. So new and listening parties. So we got to listen to both. Okay. We've heard half of these songs. Yesterday, while we were on here and I'm talking to Discord, by the way, this is why I think y'all tell me if anybody got a better community of music fans that stream or whoever. Whether you want to say we lean towards Drake's side or not, man, I do value y'all opinion. And this is why I think that if you love music and you watch my stream consistently, get up in that Discord. Stop fucking playing around. Get up in that Discord and really start chopping it up with some other people who really have passion for like the content of the music and the ancillary stuff like I do and you do. So someone brought up a point. They said, yo, Ak, do you think that with Drake leaking like these videos from 100 gigs, like these, it kind of looked like almost documentary-esque type videos. Like they should be in a documentary and he just leaks them on a website. Or not leaks them, he just puts them out on a website. Is Drake in a, maybe, is he protesting against his label? Now, like that sounds very absurd on face value. He got $400 million. To protest against somebody who damn near gave you $500 million is like, what? However, he's been dropping music like that. And even then, I'm like, you know what? I think Drake just needs a way to drop music without people thinking this is the official single. You get what I mean? This is his way of, bringing back the Blogspot SoundCloud era, right? And then I started thinking about it a little more. And I'm like, this is after he's now dropping more videos. Because I always thought the original videos from 100 gigs was B-side footage, B-roll footage. And what B-roll footage is usually considered in the industry is like, these are the footage that don't make the actual documentary. So if he does, say he cut a documentary, these are the videos that didn't make the documentary, right? These are like, the B-roll. And I looked at it and there was some interesting moments, and I was like, well, that could be in a documentary. That could be in a documentary. But there's a lot of like other random stuff, him walking in and the house, like maybe this is just B-roll shit. And then I see this new drop and I'm like, hold the fuck up now. He's like, we're getting actual footage of him recording some of his biggest hits now. We're getting footage of him recorded the verse for Who Do You Love? Versace. Which means he's been documenting shit from back then. We're getting videos of him recording Versace? That would be in a Drake documentary. So now I'm like, wait, why is he putting that out? Like, by the way, the first drop of the 100 gigs told us a lot already. Like, I think it would, like, a lot of people say, yo, Drake is reminding us why, we love him and this and third. Cool, bet. I get all that. But then when I seen this, I'm like, it feels like either Drake has a documentary already cut, and these are the ones that didn't make the documentary, or to go back to what that person said from the Discord, maybe Drake is kind of like, leaking shit that I would imagine that Universal would want him to put to a documentary. Now, why do I also think that? Let's do this Google search. We can do it together. Let's type in Lucian Grange. That's the CEO of Universal Music Group, the most powerful man in music. Drake deal. This is where we get, and if you guys don't know, with any public company, I don't know if you guys invest in stocks or whatever. Me, I have a lot of stocks of a lot of things. I frequently, when I'm on the shitter or whatever, I'll just play the quarterly reports where usually you hear the CEO or CFO, they're going to give the financial and the analytics of a company. They're going to talk about where they're spending money, where they're making the most of money, and that happens for public companies. So UMG, the biggest music company, is a publicly owned company. So every quarter they got to talk about how they're getting revenue. So they had talked about Drake's deal. They talked about it on one of their calls with investors. This is what we found out, right? So we found out. So we all know now it's $400 million deal. But what was very important was that, on the call. Here we go. Sorry, let me just take off the ad. But I got to get rid of this ad blocker because I bought YouTube Premium. So this ad blocker, it was only for YouTube Premium. So whatever. Anyway, here we go. So, and they say what I just said. Sir Lucian Grange in Q1 earnings. This is, I believe, 2022. I think 2022 was it? What year was this article? 2022. In Q1 earnings for 2022, essentially he talked about Drake, right? He was talking about, so you wouldn't know from Sir Lucian Grange's tone in today's Q1 earnings call, but the chairman of the biggest music company in the world confirmed what we've long expected but never been announced, that Drake has entered into an expansive, multifaceted deal with the company that encompasses recordings, publishing, merchandise, and visual projects. Now, stop right there. This last part of it sounds like a documentary if I've ever heard one. Recordings, that's the music. Publishing, they clearly have a piece of the publishing of Drake's newer music, or Drake either sold some of his publishing, right? Merchandise, they clearly gonna have some play with Drake merch, whether it's at shows. They don't really say touring necessarily, but I also imagine touring might be a part of it. It's a $400 million deal, people. Like, come on, we want a little piece of everything, right? But they say visual media projects, and I thought about that. What would that be? That would be, I would guess, maybe a short film, maybe a movie, maybe. Not even maybe, a documentary would fit in there. Keep in mind, here we go. Taylor Swift documentary earns, this is how much Taylor Swift dropped a documentary, and it earned over $261 million globally. So if you think about Taylor Swift, who's, by the way, on the same label as Drake, Republic, under Universal, her deal, whatever they're giving her, let's say I don't know if Universal had any play in this, but I'm probably guessing they would want to or have, right? Especially when you're doing a documentary, it's probably gonna have, Taylor Swift is different because her catalog was bounced around and she's supposedly have ownership of a lot of it. But with Drake, a lot of that catalog Universal still owns, so it would make sense since we own the catalog, or most of it, and you're gonna drop a documentary that's about that catalog. We participate in both, right? We'll give you a little here, we take a little there, whatever. So look at the play. If Taylor Swift, right, got $261 million from a documentary, what would a Drake documentary be worth to you? I'm thinking that a Drake documentary, he's not Taylor Swift, people, but I'd say like $100 million, $80 to $100 million for sure. Lil Baby dropped a documentary. Let's see if we can figure out how much Lil Baby made off of that. Lil Baby documentary, gross. I don't know if they'll have it. The thing is, it went to like streaming services. Taylor Swift shit actually popped up in theaters, so it was easier to calculate. Yeah, we can't really get like an easy. Yeah, we can't get a further finance. We can't see the full financials because it was mostly a streaming play. But pretty much, he did a deal. He did a deal that allowed that to be there. I'm guessing a deal worth tens of millions of dollars. And he probably bust down that money with QC, right? So I'm just spitballing here. A Drake documentary, I think it's a 9-figure earner. Let's call it $100 million. Now, if I'm Universal and I'm thinking about recouping this $400 million from this guy, right? His newer projects, we own less and less of it because that's just how artists do. Like, they usually, by the end of their career, when they're fully sustainable, they don't sign to the same, oh, you own my masters. It's like you own less and less of the masters, but it don't matter. You own Take Care. Like, these new projects, you want to own, of course, but you own Take Care. That's what you care about. We own Take Care. We don't give a fuck. We own Take Care. Nothing was the same. We own if we read this, it's too late. You get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like this is a $100 million play. I think they gave Drake $400 million. Yeah, they want a documentary. Of course they want a fucking documentary. Drop that motherfucking doc. Why is this shit up on a website? So I can imagine they're like, all right, it's up on the. So now I'm thinking, from what I've heard, Drake deals with Universal how he deals with them. He's not playing the music in the office for nobody. I hear that Drake sends them the music to upload. That's it. Actually, at times he'll send them the music to upload with no clearances done, and he'll tell them, I'm dropping in a week. They have to go get all them songs cleared in a week. Which usually, if you know how clearances work in music, sometimes it takes a long time. He's not sending them like 5 months before, like, yo, we're working with this track that samples Isaac Hayes. Could you go get the clearance while we're cutting the track? No, he comes a week before. Yo, and this was him also trying to beat piracy. In hip hop, because someone brilliantly explained this to me. They say, Drake is pretty much of the level of Taylor Swift. It's just that his sales won't be that, because the reason why Taylor Swift has these tremendous sales is that Taylor Swift submits her album 4 months before it comes out. No hip-hop album will be submitted 4 months before it comes out without it being fully leaked. For whatever reason, it's not the same in pop, right? Like when it comes to pop, it's just not the same shit, right? So it's not going to get leaked. So, for example, I asked the same person, I said, why don't Drake drop vinyls and shit like that? They said, well, if you're going to drop vinyls the same week your album comes out, right? This is why hip-hop artists drop vinyls like a month or two after. Vinyls, you can't submit your album a week before and get vinyls pressed up. There's like a lead time. Gotta submit your albums 2 to 3 months before to have vinyls pressed up. But any hip-hop album of a great artist, if Jay-Z submits an album, well, I mean, yeah, still, if he submits it to a plant that has to print up vinyls, yeah, they're gonna fucking leak it. You get what I'm saying? So that's one of the things, right? Essentially, I go back to the description of the deal, and I said, damn. And by the way, Grange also noted that it's spanning multiple creative lanes. What does that signal to me? He's a music company CEO, and he's saying multiple creative lanes, which means it's probably going outside of just music, which tells me film, potentially TV, production that has to do with video, documentaries fall right in line. So it sounds like, according to this $400 million deal, they have rights to some type of Drake documentary, except Drake is giving us all the documentary film for free. And that's a little bit confusing. Anyway, that's a little bit of a foreshadowing in me watching Drake continually drop like some of the greatest footage I've ever seen. Like, what the fuck am I watching? And let's go play through a bunch of these, okay, chat? These were some ones he
No.
Here we go. All right.
Who said no? Shut up, Jason, you fucking nerd. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. That was way too aggressive. For real, should I start from the beginning? I'll start from the beginning. I'll skip starting from the bottom, though. I'm gonna start from the beginning anyway. Do you guys have time or what? Who doesn't have time?
Jordan. I got time.
Jordan. Oh.
Okay, so now you have the mic. Question, please?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Any questions before I start, please?
Yeah. So is it true it's coming out on the 24th, or is it coming out earlier?
It's coming out on the 24th, jerk. What else? Any other questions? Or do you have to be home before 2:24 or what? Because are you good to listen to this album, or you're good, or what? I don't know. Ryan, you ready?
Bop, bop, bop.
Anyways. Enough, man.
Okay, I guess this is a listening session. Yeah, this is old. Again, everything after like Scorpion, Drake don't play no music for no goddamn labels no more, bro. Like, he just sends it in. Like, don't play no music for the labels. So this is old.
Right in here, to be honest. Okay, I'm just gonna start with this.
We're about to turn this place right.
Hold on, wait. Oh god, I just fucked everything up.
It's Roger. Motherfucker.
Okay. Let's see what else this is.
That's a T-Dot classic still. I don't know. This.
Last minute lyric change.
This is Tuscan Leather, so this is 2013, isn't it? Wow.
How much time is this nigga spending on the intro? Lately I've been feeling like God piercing memento. I just set the bar, niggas fall under it like a limbo. The family all that matters, I'm just out here with my kinfolk. Off everything my pen wrote, we went from Buddy to Winslow. Shorty up on Glen Grove, who love when I catch my tempo. I sip the pourer and listen to Capadonna. The Fresh Princess at dinner with Tatiana, no lie.
All these 90s fantasies. Oh, my mind, the only difference with mine, they all come through in due time. God damn it, this nigga's a goat.
Any comments?
Is that funny to you up there in the corner? Yeah, I'm gonna skip to where we left off, so I'm gonna play Worst Behavior. So that's the 6th song, so just give you an idea where we're at.
Mr. Drake.
Yes, sir. How can I? Ow. How can I help you? On the original is 13, and on the deluxe is 16. I'm gonna be playing you the deluxe this evening, which will be 16 songs.
I have a question, Mr. Drake.
Yeah, chime, please.
What about the bonus records?
Yeah, that's the bonus. Well, I mean, there's 2 levels of bonus. There's the Best Buy bonus, which is the one that you get on the CD, which is 16 songs. And then there's the iTunes bonus, which is 19 songs. But I don't have those finished yet, so let's keep our mouths shut in the audience. Nah, you know what I mean? Shut the fuck up, all right?
Okay, so this is a listening party. I think we played that already. Oh, actually, I could just.
Glad that they chose us. Command is a mission. Fight to the finish, just see my finish. Behavior, no. Please never wanna hear us. Remember, motherfucker never loved us. Remember, motherfucker. Remember, motherfucker never loved us. I'm on my worst behavior. Don't you ever get it fucked up. Motherfuckers never loved us. Motherfuckers never loved us. Worst behavior. Motherfuckers never loved us. Fucking never loved us.
All right.
I think it's
Oh, nah, they jamming in there. Nah, they jamming in there. It's like a party.
you know it. You act so different around me.
Yeah. Good girl, you know it. Oh, nice fire. Oh, no, that wasn't done.
Over my feelings like she drank.
Holy shit. Okay, we rocking.
Yeah. Look, I don't know why they been lying, but your
Okay, hold on. All right, that was it. There was some more shit. I seen him recording shit. Where is that at? ATL Toronto? Is it this? Oh, these are new, ain't they?
It's like, and he probably already feels like that. Like, bro, what the fuck else am I gonna say? You got some bars for me, you know? And then it just kind of like, yeah, it just makes it like,
That Hofstra is a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah, of course, bro.
Like hands down. You know?
It's crazy.
That beat is just retarded.
This shit's crazy too, man.
Yeah,
That Hit Boy shit's kind of like for sure, you know.
We've got some joints, you know.
Like to me, we have 9 songs with "Come Through," Tuscan Leather. Everyone
what's
I know.
the potential 10th? Because there's 10.
The 10th would be
2 Chains.
Yeah, 2 Chains.
So you're leaving that off on that list. And 9 is Come Through.
Yeah.
So it's 8 and then Come Through and 2 Chains.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is him going through
the tempo and an amount of energy for you, and it doesn't. It feels like this, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like you kind of missed it because it feels like this. It should be like, you know,
Piano's nasty. That's
it's
really
nasty
gets
though.
me.
I know, but it feels slow.
Maybe it's just a drum pattern.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. I feel like they're two different. They might be 2 different beats. Like the drums might be its own thing.
Has the potential of being one of those ones that were like, fuck, that beat was so nasty. When we actually do the record on it, it's just gonna be like, what are we even gonna do? You know? Crazy though. Like this part is more.
what club is this? The Future of the Prince right here.
14, first party of the summer, you know, I'm excited to be here in Toronto. What a motherfucking incredible place. I'm ready. OBO wraps up, Future of the Prince, Drizzy Drake. You know what it is. Shout out to Hattie, shout out to Jason, doing it again, you know, doing it for the city. That's what we're all about, man. I'm ready to get into this shit. I'm just gonna play some shit I like. Let's go.
All the fans are always one-on-one.
You know, I think Drake is dropping some of this footage too. I have a sneaky suspicion. This is what I think. I think Drake be trying to show niggas, like, yo, bro, I was never a hater. Like, I always, like, showed love to niggas. I showed y'all niggas love. Even when I was the top of the game, I showed y'all niggas love. And as soon as y'all got to where y'all needed to go, y'all turn y'all back on me. Y'all snake me. It's not even like turn your back. It's like y'all trying to kill me. Feel me? Like, he's showing Future love. This is, let me see. I don't know what year this is though, because you know, Chosen, which is a classic Future song, came out really early. But I don't know if this is around the same time.
Everybody to come out, look good, smell good, spend some money, enjoy themselves, you know. I've seen Toronto go through a lot of changes. I feel like we're in a great place. You know, it's a city of unity and love, and we're on top, man. A lot of great bands coming from the city, so I'm just proud to be here. Like I said, I go by the name of Drizzy Drake, a.k.a. Poppy, if you know, you know what I'm saying? Who's the person in the building? I'm gonna keep my shit going, you know what it is. You might know some of this shit, you might not. I just got back from the A, so I'm in that type of mood.
Ooh, maybe that's like super strategic too. It kind of shows how like Drake, you know, just organically, he's like, yo, I'm fucking with Atlanta. You know what I mean? Because obviously, you know, Kendrick tried to put in like, yo, you run to Atlanta, blah, blah, blah. But he's just like, this kind of crystallizes like, nigga was just literally fucking with Atlanta, genuinely, right?
Time we just come through and bust up the block. I remember seeing leaks have to bust up a block, and I said the word right to hush. Y'all niggas must have forgot, but I was there now down shit. Couple things set up my conscience with that said, love it all be economic. It's sure this ain't confident, but this ain't big telling me that we all know mad people that survive. They get attacked to a purposeful child. Verses start to get a little more personal now, but that's cause everybody else having so played out though. All of the north in the cut don't trade out though. $1,000 bottle looking poured straight out though. I'm screaming OBO on the whole way out though. I'm that boy for real, I'm that boy for real. I got hits, nigga.
Damn. Yo, these are the recording tracks I wanted to see. Like, bro, he's killing it.
You just a bad boy for real. Backwoods get peeled. I smoke away all the tears. Nothing was the same, man, including our careers. We the new cat.
Bro, he's not even like punching in every line. This is like literally 50 seconds of straight rapping.
Bust up a block. Starting to smoke away all the tears.
Nah, this is impressive. If y'all don't know how people record these days, they do a method called punching in. So let me explain what punching in is. So what punching in is like, because people usually, their voice, they gotta breathe, you know, and sometimes they'll lose either the tempo or whatever of the track, and the longer they rap, the weaker those bars are for those raps. What they do is they just let you do a few bars at a time. Okay, do these four bars or do these 2 bars, and then we play these. We have these 2 bars. Now do the next 2. But he's just flowing. I like this.
Let me hear that.
I ain't gonna lie, Drizzy going crazy.
In the projects, the boy home. Used to take the bus to the block. Now summertime, we just come through and bust up the block.
All right, this is probably where he's gonna punch in though, because he's listened to what he's already recorded.
Optional now, but my niggas walking hand first.
Yeah, this is where he's punching in.
And I can get it better. Watch you young rich niggas turn around if you're jealous. What? A little more personal.
Yeah, right here. He's gonna punch.
Yeah, when my head hurts. Used to be going out hardly. Now we want a party celebration on me. What's up?
Okay.
First, you supposed to be there when my head hurt. Used to be going out hardly. Now we want a
That nigga Drake need a hookah deal, man. God damn.
party celebration on me. What's up? Pay homage. I roll through the city like young Shaq Muhammad. Don't act like it's.
Like heads that, right?
Huh? Like, you take Drake over here.
You know Future's gonna snap when he hears
even
that,
like,
right?
even like they'll act like it's hard to find us, you could be like, it couldn't be hard to find us.
It can't be that hard to find.
Yeah,
Some shit.
because they don't act like
Roll
it's
through
like,
the city
Used to be going out hardly. Now we want a party celebration on me. What's up? Pay homage. I roll through the city like young Shaq Muhammad. Don't act like it's hard to find us. Go to jungle, pick up my Ethiopian goddess. That's when word spread a Bugatti. Must have forgot, but I was there.
Like it can't be that hard to find it. So it's just like.
Where's the book?
Let me just. I'm gonna reply.
Somebody said, "Oh, Hush was there." You know, come on, man. You know, Hush in a cut, scary sight.
Huh? So it's I'm gonna be like it can't be that hard to find it. So it's just like kind of towards the beginning a bit. Like.
Go to jungle, pick up my Shaq Muhammad.
Yeah.
Pay homage. I roll through the city like young Shaq Muhammad. Don't act like it's hard to find us. Go. I roll through the city like young Shaq Muhammad. It can't be that hard to find us. What's up? Pay homage. I roll through the city like young Shaq Muhammad. It can't be.
Let me hear it.
I roll through the city like young Shaq Muhammad.
All right, here we go.
Block. I remember seeing Neeks.
That sounded.
Summertime whips come boy home. Used to take the bus to the block. Now summertime whips come through and bust up the block. I remember seeing Neeks have to bust up a block and then some to the block. Now summertime.
Going head first. Like he has those little ad libs. Like if you have his track or whatever.
Who you talking about?
Would you have?
We never got a rap first for him.
You have to get him to send the ad libs.
Yeah.
But like I think you should put them in. It'd be ill, you know.
On the wall? See? Yeah, I got it.
Or like I don't know where he's at, but it'll be ill if he could. Yeah. Or call Migos.
Me and my niggas bucking head first. You supposed to be there when my head hurt. Used to be going out hardly. Now we want a party celebration on me. What's up? Pay homage. I roll through the city like young Shaq Muhammad. It can't be that hard to find us. Go to jungle, pick up my Ethiopian goddess. That's when word spread a Bugatti is in the projects. The boy home. Used to take the bus to the block. Now summertime.
Okay. All right, so that was ATL to Toronto. Let's look at Reloaded. What's in this? Furthest. Oh nah, this the GOAT. This the GOAT. look at my stupid messy ass. Of course, I'm like, I see my boy Hush in the studio, so I'm like, I hope Drake get that nigga credit for sitting there and nodding. You feel what I'm saying? Drake, you better get that nigga credit for sitting there and nodding. Drake, furthest thing. Look, furthest thing. Let's see who got the credit. If you look on the credit, it says, Aubrey, the fucking GOAT, Drizzy, Drake, Graham. Then Anthony Palman, which we all know is Young Tony, aka OVO Hush. And then we get Noah Shabib, which is one of the greatest producers of all time. 40. And who's this? I forgot who this is. I be knowing the people on Drake's albums. Who's this? Marvin Hagler? Who the fuck? What the fuck is it? Oh, and then Adrian. Who's this? Chat, you gotta make sure sometimes. You gotta, Oh, okay. This is a producer. I think that's Jake One. That's Jake One. Okay, bet. So yeah, my boy, yeah. Ain't no ghostwriters, nigga. There ain't no ghostwriters. You see Young Tony right here. You see OVO Hush. He nodding. He in a vibe. He smoking that shisha. Cooking up a hit. Your fave ain't doing this. I'm sorry. I know you're mad. Yo, Kendrick fans, I know. You wish this was Kendrick and Baby Keem. It's not. Okay. Yo, Drake, you gotta make sure Hush is in there, man. He good vibes. You gotta make sure Hush is in for this next project, gang. This is Drake's best album, too. Yo, Drake, this is what us fans want. Let me just tell you what we want, right? Nothing Was the Same. Is Party a part of that? I don't know if Party is really... Party don't come in till after Nothing Was the Same, right? Let me look. I'm gonna look at the... What I gotta look is J. Ron. I know that nigga real name. Yeah, Party's not credited at all on this. Yo, we want Nothing Was the Same with Party. Like, whoever you was working with around Nothing Was the Same time, add Party next door to it. And let's cook it up. That's all we need, Crody. That's a fact. Damn, these was when the classics were getting born.
Even show they face now, what they got to say now. Nothing they can say now. Nothing really changed, but still they look at me away now. What more can I say now? What more can I say now? They don't understand, we're still the same. I just been drinking on the low, mobbing on the low, fucking on the low, smoking on the low. I just been plotting on the low, scheming on the low. I'm the furthest thing from perfect, and everyone should know I just been drinking on the low, mobbing on the low, fucking on the low, smoking on the low. I just been plotting on the low, scheming on the low. I'm the furthest thing from perfect, and everyone should know. Oh, yeah, whatever, you can figure something out for that. I just want to come here.
That's when you talk. That's how you talk when you got Noel recording you. That's when you know Noel's gonna clean that bitch up. Actually, I don't know if Noel is a recording engineer, but I know he's mixing. Noel gonna clean that bitch up. You heard me? Here's a rough mix. Here we go. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, this was when like Drake damn near had a unibrow. We missed unibrow Drake. We want unibrow Drake back. This Drake with the painted nails and the braids, like that could go. Bring back unibrow Drake back. You feel me? With the singular Nas part in the hair with the number 2 on top. You know what I mean? Chat, ain't that that might be the GOAT version of Drake. Even though I ain't gonna lie, Scorpion Drake cool too. And I ain't gonna lie, Views Drake is like Super Saiyan 5. But unibrow Drake, where like his eyes almost look like it was almost a unibrow on some, you know what I mean, Anthony Davis shit. You feel me? The number 2, you know what I mean, haircut. You get what I'm saying? That might be yeah, that's Nothing Was the Same Drake, Grody.
This fuck is a joint, bro.
Yeah, it's a joint, no?
Yeah, this is definitely a joint. It's like like you were talking about when you need like a couple more moments from us. Like this is like a good moment.
Yeah.
And it fits into the Wu-Tang Forever world a little bit as far as like it's like darkness, but it's like hip hopness in a way too. You know?
Yo, 40. Y'all need to interview with 40. 40 is the GOAT. Like, if you listen to all these Drake, like, you know, like, clips and shit like that, he's so, like, clear and so, like, his visualization, even how he's describing it, little does he know it turns into all this, but he's just, like, he's so work-focused. Yo, I'm about to build this studio. Yo, Drake's about to come here in 2 days. I'm about to build a whole studio here. I'm about to hit Guitar Center, this and third. I'm Sam Ash, I'm about to build this whole shit. Yo, this is gonna be like this is gonna be like this. Like, he's like, if you listen to like him talk, bro, everything came true. I want a 40 interview.
I like how I like the melody of it all.
Okay.
You can't copy this sound.
There he is. And that's why you didn't go to Summer Jam, my friend, right there.
Yeah, pretty much. No, you can't walk in. You gotta go out. You guys gotta go out. It's getting Melodyne now. You can't stay in here. Just hail somebody, you know? You can't stay in here for the Melodyne process.
No, I won't stay here for the Melodyne. I just was caught off guard when I heard.
Can I give this to you, Ed? Yeah. Or set it.
Oh, he's crafting. Oh, there's Nothing Was the Same. Tuscan Leather, Furthest Thing. What was the actual track listing? Let's look at it. Yeah, that's kind of what it was. Tuscan Leather, Furthest Thing. Jeez. Do we get started from the bottom? Yo, y'all know that, like, I was watching some documentary. Yo, Future actually takes credit for inspiring Started From the Bottom. You ever seen that? Future Drake started from the bottom. Like, he said in an interview that, like, he believes that Drake got started from the bottom from him. By the way, remember, this is around the time Drake is getting really introduced to Atlanta. Like, this is like really like this is a time machine. This is what Drake said about it. This is 11 years ago. Listen to this interview, right? Is that LA Leaker?
Yo, Just Incredible Fuzz fan tab. We got the homie Future in here, man.
Yeah, what's going on with it, Sour?
Future, what's going on, brother?
Man, I'm keeping it pimping.
Keeping it honest.
Keeping it honest and pimping.
Yeah.
Honest pimping.
You've been spending some time in LA, man. You must like it out here.
Yeah, I like it out here. I like the LA weather.
The vibe?
Yeah, the vibe. It's a nice vibe when you wake up stress free.
Right.
From where I'm at, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's talk about the new song, man. Honest just came out, yesterday?
Yep. I put the song out, Honest, yesterday. Last night you screamed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was good. The feedback been incredible. You know
of course.
It's been just incredible.
Like, it's probably not the right one.
I'm looking for you. I started doing it.
Let's start it off slow, man.
Let's start.
Did Future really do Bugatti in one take?
Yep. Bugatti in one take.
You're being honest.
I'm being completely honest.
It's a true story.
It's a true story. Because when I say one take, I do the whole track. Like, so I remember doing it. I said, I'm looking for you. I started doing it. So I did it in one take, but even after I said,
this is the greatest Atlanta rapper who ever lived.
I woke up in a new Bugatti, I still completed the whole track. I just get one lead and I went down the whole track.
Crazy.
But even when I did it in one take, the first time I said it, he was like, man, you already said it. You already
Miley working together.
Yeah, me and Miley, we got a dope record together. She growing up, so I'm
took it there though. She took it there.
But she twerked the video.
Hook or one feature that you wish you would have been on was Started From the Bottom.
Oh, here we go.
Miley,
Younger Miley, I wasn't really following Younger Miley, man.
She twerking now, man. She living.
She started the twerk video. She
Real
started
talk.
twerking it.
Yeah.
She didn't start the first. She wasn't the first one to twerk something, but
She took it there though. She took it there.
But she twerked the video.
Yeah, she made it pop.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with my man Shaheem Reed where you said that you one verse that you wish that you would have been on, or one hook or one feature that you wish you would have been on was Started From the Bottom.
Yeah.
Started From the Bottom would have been a track that you would have liked to have been on.
Yeah, because when I was in the studio when we was making the record, when he made the record, he was in the studio session with me. That's when I had the chosen one. And I was like, started when you make it from the bottom, you the chosen one.
Oh, that's why Drake played that shit. He just got back from Atlanta. He played Chosen in that club. Oh, so this is definitely during 2013.
So, but we was at the studio. Drake came by the studio, and I always tell my engineer, started from the bottom. So when I put the beats on, I was like, man, put the beats in. So I always say, started from the bottom. So when I say started from the bottom, he thought I was talking about a song. So when I played Chosen One, he loved the Chosen One, but he was waiting for me in Chosen One to say started from the bottom. So he said instantly, he telling me this story. He bought me a bottle of Louis XIII that I never opened up.
Wow.
Because of this story. And I'm like, man, I want bottle, I need publishing.
Said, fuck me inspiring you for one of the biggest hits you got. Nigga, give me some pub.
You know what I'm saying? But
apparently Drake tells him a story like, yo, the reason why I made Started From the Bottom, I was listening when you played me Chosen, and I watched you record, and you kept saying to your engineer, yo, Started From the Bottom. I recorded a track that literally said, Started From the Bottom.
But Drake, that's the homie, and he was like, man, started from the bottom. It stayed on my mind. I instantly got in the video, got in with the driver and told him put the CD in. I already had the beat, and I just started saying started from the bottom. Now we here.
Crazy.
Said, but I was like, man, why you ain't tell me in the studio?
Well, that leads me to my next question. Wow. With the new album coming out, Nothing Was the Same, can we expect to hear Future on his new album?
We working now. You never know what to expect. I know we on the tour together, so
yeah,
one thing at a time.
That's kind of crazy.
Great story, man. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
I'm still tripping.
That's the first time I ever told somebody this story on air.
Yeah,
in the public.
Crazy, man.
Wow. So basically, Future inspired Started From the Bottom, right? Wow. And Started From the Bottom is the third track on Nothing Was the Same. By the way, he's writing Started From the Bottom. Look. And then what's after that? What's that? Wu-Tang Forever. So he's gonna put Wu-Tang Forever. Oh, that's exactly what it is. Wu-Tang Forever is the fourth track. Tuscan Leather, Furthest Thing, Started From the Bottom, Wu-Tang Forever. So he kept that track listing whenever he was writing this.
I feel like, yo, I swear to God, I was just about to.
Then he puts, is that Janae? Janae, Brittany interlude? Who the fuck is Brittany? Now, that doesn't show up on here. We see Own It and Worst Behavior. The only track that has Janae is From Time. And is there an interlude on this? I don't think there's an interlude. There's no interlude. So maybe you're talking about From Time? Okay.
That's sick.
I feel like Swiss Beats would put it on.
Yeah, the nigga's like really going. Yo, no matter what you think about Drake, you know what? This makes you gain so much respect for him. Bro, the niggas, you could see like he's in the studio really coming up with these. Like the very thought of Drake being some guy who, like, people like Quentin Miller, anybody else who has ever collaborated with him just gave him a career. You now understand why he's like bro, like, yeah, we might have collaborated, but you niggas never gave me shit. I had to really go do this shit. You're watching him in these moments of him crafting not only these projects, coming up with these songs, working the shit out, even if he got an idea from somebody. I'm not saying he didn't get an idea from anybody, but of course, he might have got an idea from somebody, but he still got to do the work. He still got to make this shit great.
Oh, yeah. Space.
There's another one over here, too, if you get frustrated with that one.
I was gonna troll y'all just now with the glazing and be like, yo, Drake got the best handwriting of all rappers, just to troll y'all. Just to be like, y'all be like, God damn, this nigga dick writing. I'm playing, though. This is a joke.
That?
There's another chart thing over here, too, if you get frustrated with that.
Hit boy.
Locate a little bit of a
Into
more appropriate location.
interlude, maybe? In part. And then Drake.
Dundas Dollar.
You said Hit Boy interlude. What did Hit Boy produce? Didn't Hit Boy do worse? No, he didn't do worse behavior. What did Hit Boy produce on here? He said Hit Boy interlude, right? Let's see, Drake, Hit Boy. Didn't Hit Boy do like trophies or something like that? Hit Boy did trophies, but trophies wasn't on it, right? He did trophies, but trophies wasn't on it. And then, so he did trophies. I'm looking up all the tracks Hit Boy ever did with Drake. Right there, that's whatever. And then, okay, yeah. So the only track he did was Trophies, which came out in 2014. That came out on the Young Money project. It didn't come out on Drake. Nothing Was the Same project that came out a year earlier. So it looked like Drake was gonna put Trophy. Oh, Drake should have put Trophies on it. If it's a hit, he says Hit Boy interlude. What? Then Drake, Sean, and what? Who's this? And Chains? I think that's All Me, right? That's All Me. Yeah. That's on the deluxe. All Me. Yeah. Okay. Drake, Chains, and Drake, Chains, and Sean.
Spaces.
Is that C? Wait, what's that?
Connect.
Oh, Connect. Connect is the joint. Ooh, this might be Drake's greatest album, by the way. Nothing Was the Same. I've asked him personally. Nothing Was the Same as his favorite album. It's his favorite personal album. And I know people love Take Care, but this album might be better than that, if not just right there. You know what I'm saying?
Come through.
Somewhere between psychotic and...
Is that Come Through? Yeah, Come Through. Wait, is that Come Through? Wait, isn't Come Through? Oh, Come Through's on the deluxe. Yeah. All right.
Iconic.
Then Hove and Boy Wonder. By the way, Boy Wonder, they write his name as 1DA. So Hove and Wonder, and I guess that's is that Pound Cake? Yeah, Pound Cake. So Pound Cake is produced by Boy Wonder, and you got Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z. So that's Pound Cake / Paris Morton 2. Ah, okay. No, this is fire. Nigga, I would have watched this on Hulu, nigga.
Somewhere between psychotic and iconic.
Motions.
Somewhere between psychotic and iconic.
Wait, is that Jodeci freestyle? He says Motions and Jodeci. What?
Somewhere between psychotic and iconic. Somewhere between I want it and I got it.
Yo, Heat of the Moment. Yo, Heat of the Moment was so fucking fire. He should have put. Yo, Heat of the Moment came out on what was that shit? It was Care Package. It came out on Care Package. Heat of the Moment was fire though.
Somewhere between psychotic and iconic.
Oh yeah.
Somewhere between I want it and I got it. Somewhere between psychotic and iconic. Somewhere between I want it and
What's No Secret? I don't know what No Secret is.
I got it.
But he put a question mark by it.
Somewhere between somewhere between I want it and I got it.
Yo, chat. This is a man that's like coming up with like the track listing for a classic album, something that's defined our time.
Somewhere between I'm sober and I'm lifted.
You got Noel in the back, or probably 40 that's just running the track back, probably trying to get the vocals right, moving it over to the left a bit, this and third, mixing it down, doing all that.
The title, by the way, I gotta switch that.
Somewhere between a mistress and
thing
commitment,
sounds like
but
a
I
fucking
stayed down. Girl, I
Keith
always
Urban
stayed
song.
down.
He said it sounds like a Keith Urban song. Nah, Furthest Thing, perfect title. He kept the title clearly.
Stay down, girl, I always stay
No offense,
down.
Keith
You
Urban.
down, never lay down.
Sounds
Promise
funny or
to
something.
break everybody all before. Body all before I break. Body all.
And then
Body all.
So let's see what he hasn't put. So he didn't have language yet. Oh, okay. So now this makes sense. Clearly, his influence with Atlanta gets him language, right? Like clearly, that's where language comes from, right? So basically, we get to find out 2013 while creating this album, Drake meets Atlanta. Wow. So what? Like, if this was a documentary, while going through Drake having this unique sound that he mastered on Take Care, and he's doing it again, he gets in like enveloped into this like new culture that's like in the clubs, and it's strip clubs, and he's already rapping and singing about strippers. Like, we have Hold On, We're Going Home, which is already a natural song of him singing to a stripper saying, let's go home and fuck this club. He's already kind of talking about strip clubs. Where's strip clubs the most popular? Atlanta. He goes there. He's fucking with the artist. The sound is being infectious. He starts to kind of like get into it a bit. That's when we get, of course, the next project, which becomes If You Were Reading This Is Too Late. This shit is the GOAT. I ain't gonna lie. This thing is the GOAT. And also, for everybody who says culture vulture shit, you realize that naturally, he's coming into these waves and flows.
Oh, body all beat, body all before, body all beat.
Oh, by the way, if you don't hear what's happening, they're fucking with, I think they use Melodyne. So, they're not using the Antares. The producers know what I'm talking about. Antares Autotune, which historically, that's what the T-Pain effect is Antares Autotune. What later became the thing that they kind of tune people's voices was called Melodyne. And when they mix that, they kind of find the right tune. Like, they'll find the note or the chord that it needs to be in for that, like, chorus or whatever. And yeah, so basically, which I don't think that's who gives a fuck if Drake has slight, by the way, it's going to be slight autotune because his voice never sounds robotic. So slight autotune. You remember hearing like Swagger Like Us? That's when niggas was abusing the autotune. Like they're turning up to the max where their voice just doesn't even sound like themselves anymore. So Drake uses autotune just slight.
Body all before, body all before I break down.
Yeah,
body all before I break, body all before I break down.
And Drake's just not the best singer. That's just the reality of it, right? So they got to tune his voice a little bit.
Must break everybody all before I break. Must break everybody all before I break.
So if we, and I'll give you a real quick history tour. If we go all the way to, I can't even. What's his name of that song? That love. It was like it's a computer love, like that type of sound. That was like done with like almost it was a physical instrument that you would put in your mouth and your voice would go into it, then create that effect through a recorder. That was like old school, like T-Pain and obviously the digital era of recording. It then became Antares came out with this thing called Autotune, and Antares is the company. Autotune is the thing. You could quickly take a vocal sample or recording, put a note on it, and it will just quickly change it, right? There's leaps and bounds of how it's changed, and you're seeing even by the way, this is very normal now. Like, I don't want to accuse Beyonce of anything, which I don't think this is an accusation. Like, people using autotune, everybody uses autotune. Autotune is a part of mixing these days. That's just what it is, right? Like if you have a great vocal sample for like a chorus and one note is off, you're going to correct that note. You're not going to have them record it over again. You're going to throw on a software on that bitch and you're going to correct that one note, right? So like, usually people used to be like, oh, so-and-so uses auto-tune and be like, oh, they can't sing. These days, auto-tune or Melodyne or however you want to pitch correct a musician's voice, it's normal. It's normal with the mixing process. Like if a nigga's like basically if a nigga was singing in a C major note when it should have been a B minor or whatever the case is, you know what I mean? Like they could fucking correct it, like
I break down, everyone just wait now. Everyone just wait. Everyone just.
Four Light says on vacation and all. Where are you on vacation, Four Light? Shout out to my man Four Light. He said he's on vacation right now and he's still watching. That's a real chat thing. On vacation, still watching. I appreciate you so much. Where are you on vacation at? And he says, yo, they're only spinning Drake. They're not spinning K-Dot. Where are you on vacation at? Let me know. Okay, all right. So he's coming up with a track listing.
So much on.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Can I say now? What more can I say?
Okay, so by the way, I think, is this Logic? I don't know if they're recording in Logic. Is this Logic or is this Pro Tools, ain't it? This might be Pro Tools. I think this is Pro Tools. Yeah, I think it is. All right.
Mobbing on the low, fucking on the low. Wanna know?
Okay.
Perfect, like everyone. I just.
Oh yeah. So 40 is pretty much. I guess 40 does most of the recording. You know Noel, like they call Noel the reference dude, like he's gonna come with the actual track that's almost ready for mixing and mastering. So he's the engineer. But sometimes the engineer is not the guy who records it. I think 40, which 40's not only a producer, like say 40's recording Drake and 40's like, yo, I think this is why they came up with the whole thing. And by the way, I'm sorry if I'm musically nerding y'all out. I'm sorry. I think this is how they come up. You know how Drake started doing the songs where, like, say on No Tellin', the song kind of transitions into another song. Like he does like these songs, like 0 to 100 and Catch, where you almost have like this the music goes down, but it builds up into this other part of the track. There's two tracks in one. That's, I think, where a lot of 40's like production comes in, where if now you're in the studio, you're like, yo, let me get this pad or whatever. When I mean pad, like a pad is usually like it's almost like a collection of like instruments. It's like, like, you know what I mean? But it'll keep the aura up of the track. Let me add some instrumentation here. Let me fucking, let me switch up the beat to the point where, okay, where there's no drums here, but we're going with the piano riff or whatever, like anything. So this is where like have it. And for anybody who records music, you want to have a 40 in your corner, right? You don't only want a guy who could just hit record and be like, oh, well, that's all I could do. A 40 is going to come with like, all right, let's switch the beat up. Let me put some additional instrumentation. Let's actually cut that. We're going to go, yeah, this is the guy. So if you notice a lot of Drake production, he'll always get production credit, or not always, a lot of times, even if he didn't do the original beat. Because when Drake is now recording the song, say Wonder did it, right? It's a slap, right? It's a banging instrumental. But Drake wants to do something different. He wants to make it 2 songs, or he wants to, kind of switch up the beat after the second verse and go into like this whole new singing riff. 40, I believe. I've never been in the studio with him, but 40, I believe he does that. You get what I'm saying? Somebody said I'm slurping. Pause. Okay. So 40 put in work.
On the low, fucking on the low, smoking on the low. I just been vibing on the low, scheming on the low. I just been vibing.
Yeah, that's Drake recording.
Get iconic.
My boy Hush still in the cut. Got the headphones on.
Somewhere between I want it and I got it. Somewhere between I'm sober and I'm liquid.
tighter if you shift just like smallest fraction. That's I can say it's a bit off.
Now, I'm wondering, you know why this is also like priceless? And I could be very wrong. I'm giving amateur assessments just based on like the music I've heard as the final product, what I thought the work process is, seeing this. I wonder if Drake still spends this amount of time. Like, because what's happening here is Drake's done recording, right? Like, these days he could be like, yo, I'm out. I'm going to the club. I gotta go fuck some bitches. Like, this is him staying while they're mixing the song, while they're moving. He's saying, yo, move my vocals over a little bit. Yo, like the timing is off. Like, this is how much he's caring about it. Like, he's guiding, obviously a collective working process, but him, 40, Hush, they're almost like, yo, move the vocals over a little bit. Again, you know, everybody has a different role here. His role is to record the song. The engineer is supposed to, you know, they could do that by themselves. But, you know, you want to be locked into the process. And this is like the greatness of when you have early artists who care about every little thing. They're not going to just leave it to, oh, yeah, I trust my engineer. I know he's just going to mix it right and blah, 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 blah. Because you know the exact time. And so he's put in the work.
That's the list right there. So it'll go like song and either this or song and space and then this. This is tentatively. That's a tentative title.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Like start and then it would like start it from the bottom.
And then we'll start. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, he's burning the whole. This is Future the Prince. This is a guy who DJs for him, but also like manages. It's kind of like road manager as well. Yeah, he's burning a hole in this song. You know, this is, and again, maybe he still has a shit ton of other footage that he's just not putting in here. But you know, he's giving us a lot of this one song because we're also thinking, bro, are you just giving us all the footage that could be in a documentary that could gain you 100 million, or you're just not giving a fuck? Let's keep it going.
Definitely, that's the story of Crazy.
I got a 4 and a bit minute version. I got a 4 and a bit minute version.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
You know?
That's crazy.
Just like you think about, you think about that, and then you think about starting from the bottom, Wu-Tang Forever, the Janae shit, Britney's interlude, all that shit, you know?
It's crazy, man.
Then the Hit Boy, then the Big Sean Chains,
yeah.
You know, then Connect, then Come Through, then, you know, like you start pushing everything back and it becomes like more powerful almost,
Yeah.
you know?
Wow, man. Yeah. Nah, I hear it. That shit's crazy. It just sets the scene, you know? It's almost like, if that's the album...
What'd you call this?
I don't know, whatever. Just call it whatever you want. Oh, Who's Perfect, yeah.
Like, that's the place you're in.
Perfect, yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the place you're in, and that's the music I came from.
Yeah.
Somewhere between them alone now.
Okay. What's it?
Did you watch the show yesterday from the balcony or something?
No, I watched from the side.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right up in the front.
Nah, I heard it right away. I was just like, oh, fuck.
That was a sick jam.
Yeah, it's like a 12. Wu-Tang Forever, like,
It's like
keeping
in that
consistent.
world.
Yeah.
But it takes me back to like a year so far gone.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it takes me back to So Far Gone, too.
Rap songs out there, like you might like remember this one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I like it.
But that's important. It's like I think about that a lot. Like what people think in 10 years. Like does it stand up in 10 years? Like what is it worth? That even happens to like some of our own music. You know, you listen to it now. Which ones are like worth something now? Today,
so.
Mike Kabongo, he's like it goes like he's the Wiggins before Wiggins, you know?
Yeah.
But he's wearing the OVO tee at the workout. Look at this shit. Crazy. Haha. Oh, this is pretty cool. That's cool.
Mm. I thought that was a sample for Western Road Flows, but Western Road Flows don't come till Views. That's 2016. That's 3 years later.
Oh wow.
I think we saw this already, did we? Mm.
Maybe take a look at it and see kind of what our objective is this evening.
Is my boy on the MPC right now? Oh, no, this is that the Roland? Oh, that's it, Kai. Nigga, I said MPC. MPC is like some resinous, not resinous, arsonist, heat makers, Just Blaze, early Kanye, looping shit. Like, yeah, by then niggas got the Akai keyboard with the fucking beat pad. That's what this is. My producers know what I'm talking about. See, remember I was telling you, like, not only does he do the recording, like, he's gonna add the extra instrumentations, those pads. You know, if you remember Drake's sound, and this is what I call Drake's sound, is like, you know, it's like, just think about some of these songs and like what you remember. It's almost like there's an aura. There's like they created like this. It's like almost a soundtrack that feels like 2 a.m. driving. You're alone in the car. You're driving back home. Like either thinking about a bitch or you just went out with a chick or like just, it was very reminiscent of that time, but like they crafted like it was a soundtrack. Those same pads, those breakdowns, like all those things were like it was themes in the music. You kept seeing it come up, right? Like Drake's music at that time sounded very different than Atlanta, right? Like a 305 to my city. Don't think about it too much, too much, too much. Like these type of songs connect. Be like, isn't this amazing? How we act? It's a lack of communication. Like, come on, these are the songs. So, you know, again, I'm getting a little music nerdy with y'all, and I know some of y'all are like, all right, let's just do some topics. Fuck Drake, I get it. But this is one of like the greatest albums of all time, at least for me. And watching it being done and kind of see how, you know, again, remember I was just guessing. I was like, 40 does this shit And I'm watching him do it now. Like he's playing from some type of like thing loaded in. So he's hitting one key, but it's like a pad that's kind of like, and that's kind of colorizing the whole track. Somebody said this is a Drake Glaze Fest. Well, I would like to do this if maybe J. Cole would drop some shit like this, or maybe if Kendrick would just pop back up, we could do it with him. But I'm sorry, these niggas don't give a shit. But once every 3 years. So you know, Future's documentary. Did you ever see Future's what was that biopic? It was like a documentary for Future. You didn't see like this much instrumentation, but you saw him in the booth a lot. Like you literally saw how the creative wheels turned and churned out like so many hits, you know?
Finish it. So like when you finish the album, you then resequence it and listen to it resequence, and you might have to change something so the resequence works, and then apply that to the original as well, and that probably won't be significant. Like it won't be a significant change to the original, but it will make the resequence work.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
So as long as you do that, you'll be fine.
We'd have like a little tennis ball, I'd get my hat like
yeah.
Pretend we're Felix Potvin.
Yeah, exactly.
Felix was the man.
Yes, he was the man.
Young Tony!
Oh my god.
I poster in my room.
Wendell Clark.
The cat.
Went to the World Series.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I remember that. And that was ages ago.
But I mean, we just haven't had something like that in a very, very long.
Yo, this is how you know this is a long ass time. This nigga's drinking Grey Goose, my nigga. Like, bruv, if you see a nigga with Grey Goose now, they're old as shit. Grey Goose? Like, first of all, like, you know, this is back when, you know, vodka is still popping, right? This is before Ciroc takes over. So Grey Goose is like, you're the guy. Grey Goose tastes disgusting. By the way, nobody drinks like vodka nowadays. I mean, I still rock with my Tito's, but everybody's on a tequila. Shit, even this is 818. This is Kendall Jenner's tequila. We all know Casamigos. That's what's that guy's name? I forgot his name. Y'all all know his name. He made $1 billion off that sale, but that's his tequila. The Rock has the Termo, whatever. That's his tequila. Like, everybody got a tequila, bro. I'm trying to get a tequila too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm about to say the guy's name. Who is it? Yeah, Clooney. Yeah.
Long time. Very long. So it's like, imagine.
That's why it's so painful, man, to watch them lose.
I know.
It just hurt.
And because we had to win, that's what hurts the most.
Just juice, though.
Yo. That just bothered me that he let.
Okay. I guess they're talking about
The whole league wants them to win. Bowling's for Mimico, bro.
The way the city.
Yeah, the Vancouver shit was crazy. They trashed.
Yeah, he's just
I don't mind that clap and shit.
Okay, I'm trying to find another clip. Yo, if you're a producer and you fucking working, I think this is Pro Tools, zoom in on this and get all this nigga's settings, bro. Get all this nigga's settings for Drake. You feel what I'm saying? Okay.
You finally hit the end.
Yeah, it's dope. Yeah, that fucking. Yeah, I like the little melodies. Yeah, it plays kind of crazy.
Why? You want to hear it back?
Yeah, please.
Finally.
Ooh, is this an? Oh, this part never came out. Wait, hold on. I guess he did like another little riff. Somebody say Ak wishes he was here. Duh! What the fuck? This is the greatest album, or not greatest, but it's one of the greatest albums of all time. What are you talking about? Of course, I wish I was in the fucking room when this shit was getting cooked up. Duh. Nigga, I wish I was in the room when Illmatic was getting cooked up. I wish I was in the room when Black Album was getting cooked up. When motherfucking Reasonable Doubt. What are you talking about? This is epic time. Nigga, I love music. I'm sorry. How about y'all get Kendrick to drop how he created a Good Kid, Mad City? I would love to be there for that too. I'm not gonna lie. Like shit. Imagine Kendrick cooking up Good Kid, Mad City. That shit probably is like epic. I want to see it.
And I say, somewhere between something and I got it. Somewhere between and I got it. Somewhere between I'm somewhere and I'm living. Somewhere between I'm living. And I can play, I'm with the cash though, and I got a cake though, and I roll them bags though. I've been on some shit, I'm on some shit. I've been away though, I don't need your way though, I don't need your stories from you, girl. I'm on some bag though. I've been in my beats mode, I've been at the sea though, like I got a cheat code. I'm all about the bags though, rolling out the zag though, rolling out the bags though, rolling out.
Is that like some Atlanta influencing, like, you know, even like that flow? But yeah, this is clearly like a verse or like, you know, him trying some shit. This didn't make the final track. Clearly, we never heard this before, right?
And I got a cake though, and I roll them bags though. I've been on some shit, I'm on some shit. I've been away though, I don't need your way though, I don't need your stories from you, girl. I'm on some bag though. I've been in my beats mode, I've been at the sea though, like I got a cheat code. I'm all about the bags though, rolling out the zag though, rolling out the bags though, rolling, and you know I got the things. I'm with the bag though, I love the bag though, I love the bag though.
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie, I need this version too. Is this glazing? Like, I want this version too. I'm sorry.
I just don't remember doing any of it at all. I was just listening to it like, when the fuck did this happen?
How was it in there? That's the new one, isn't it?
Right now.
Yo, the man's had the blue lighting and everything.
Dude, this is a music video.
What? That up.
Oh, it's like FaceTime? Was FaceTime around in 2013? I guess so, right?
What? Now you good? My thing with up.
Yo, this was good with Drake. Yo, Drake was just like super Toronto. Now he's like from Kingston, Jamaica right now. Mud daddy, mud.
What? What, daddy, you good? Everything straight. Straightness.
Straight. Who's this? I've seen his face a lot. That's not Noel, is it? Who is this?
Jordan's gonna be fraud. Jordan's gonna be fraud.
Why? What?
That must be a popcorn party or something.
Hey. Why?
Why for them?
Straightness. Sorry. Yo, straightness. He's so.
I love when Drake gets into his I love dancehall culture shit. At least here I'm like, oh, he remembers a few words that Popcorn told him. Cool, that's kind of cool. Even though I ain't gonna lie, Toronto got a heavy amount of Jamaicans. I ain't gonna lie though. Heavy amount of Jamaicans, bro. Heavy amount of Jamaicans in Toronto. Trust me, daddy.
Yo, Diablo Fry. Yeah, I know. I'm working. Working, yes.
Oh, that's a fire song too. What's the name of that song that's played in the background? Oh shit. Yo, this was a good time, yo. 2013. You know where I was at? Yo, chat, everybody tell me where you at in 2013. 2013, I'm gonna tell you where I'm at. 2013, I still got a full-time job. I just left college 2013. I got a full-time job. And I'm like, bruh, I'm DJing on the side. I got this full-time job. I'm making YouTube videos. I'm doing some shit on Yeezys and shit like that from a closet. I stopped producing as much music, but like I just want to be in music. Like anyhow, I just knew I couldn't rap, so I was just like, even though later on we found out Lil Ak is the best rapper in the world, so really I could have rapped, but like back then I was just like, I'm producing like not as much as I was like when I was just in college all day and I was just sitting at a computer. I'm definitely DJing. I'm working a full-time job. At that point I'm balancing. I got a couple of I got a little joints. I got like 3 to 4, got a little roster type going on. I'm still kicking it with my homies, but I'm kind of like figuring out like what's gonna happen. I got this degree. It's called biomathematics. It's a biology degree and a math degree. And like kind of my professors are saying, yo, dude, like, we'll write your recommendation. You'll get into fucking like, if you want to get to med school, all you got to go do is you got to go take, what's that test that you have to take to get into med school? Or if you want just a job in any fucking like, laboratory, like we'll write your recommendation. Also, if you want to go to graduate school, like we got you, like you got one of the best degrees. And I'm like, bruv, like my goal was always to make 100,000. So I'm like, bruv, if I gotta have a lab coat on, a white lab coat, and I'll just treat music as the like passion for music and hip hop as just my side thing. Like I just have like a little DJ set up at the crib, whatever. But I'm getting 100,000 at my job. Fuck it. But like my whole goal, I was like, yo, damn, could I ever make this my full-time job? Like I love, bro, obsessive. Like nobody was obsessive more than me. I'm telling you. You see all these pussies in this fucking game, the Peter Rosenbergs, the Ebros, and these bitch ass niggas. This is why they can't talk to me, nigga. Obsessive. Nobody worked harder than me. And obviously worked out, but like back then I was just like, yo, also in my apartment, every 3 days, Sally Mae then turned to Navient, sending me bills. Yo, you owe Rutgers University $120,000. You stayed there too long, gang. You ran out of student aid that we gave you via the state. You owe us $120,000. So I owe school $120,000. I got a full-time job. I'm getting paid $34,000 a year. I was a temp worker, so I was pulling in like maybe 500 to 600, between 500 and 700 a week. We were getting paid weekly though, which sometimes I would go to Atlantic City and gamble the whole bitch. I'm like, cool, I'm DJing on the side, but I'm getting paid like $300. But I ain't gonna lie, the bitches are liking me though. They're like, I go out there, like they always like the DJ. The DJ is almost like the star, like in random New Jersey. Like you're not seeing the actual artist, so like you're just seeing the DJ who's DJing all the hot spots. So whatever. But I'm like, fuck, I'm kind of making ends meet. I'm not paying back my loans yet. I'm figuring out life. This is why Drake's music, if you wonder why I like Drake, I'm giving you the blueprint. This is why Drake's music is hitting for me at that time. Like, I'm going through all these changes in life. Like, just figuring out, when I was in college, like with my first 2 years, I'm a kid. Like, what I mean as I'm a kid, like, the greatest thing I've always said about college, I had no bills. I left my mama's house. I could come in back to my dorm at any time. I could leave at any time. I didn't have to explain to my mom. My mom wasn't one of the moms who'd be like my mom wasn't like Fulio's mom. I'm thugging in the streets. Hell nah. Like my mama beat niggas. Like my mama whip our ass. Like my mama wasn't one of my mama would like, we'd be talking. My mom used to be a teacher. You feel what I'm saying? So like after she divorced my father, who was a principal, My mom know how to deal. She got 3 sons. She know how to deal with men. So it wasn't one of those where like, oh, we got too big. You get a little crazy, nigga, she deck you straight in the mouth. Like Jamaican shit, nigga. Boom! Like, oh shit. Oh shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're in the house, you're not doing too much shit, you're not just gangstering it out, you're going to do your schoolwork. So the first time we really get to be able to do what we want whenever, college. Like, I'm at college now. Granted, I'm on a campus, but I'm living there. You feel what I'm saying? So that's like, I'm like 19 at that point. Like, I graduated like about like 22. 22 or 21, whatever. I'd say five years in college. But yeah, this is a time where Drake's music, this is around 2011. 2011, I graduated 2013, right? 2011, motherfucking Take Care is hitting. You get what I mean? 2013, I'm leaving college. This is where I'm at. I'm getting a full-time job, but like, I'm trying to figure out what life is. And really, I say that too to inspire people who watch me. Let me tell you this, man. Also, value the moments of you not knowing, but always have the promise and the understanding that you will know, right? You don't know where your life is going to be when you're 30. Like right now, when I think about it, I'm like, damn, why was I ever stressing back when I was like 19 or 20, 23 or 24? I was working so hard. Something was going to happen. But back then, I didn't know. And I know I'm talking from a place of privilege, but I definitely believe that if you're in that space where you're super young, but you're trying to figure out life, and maybe you went to college for, I don't know, social work, but that's not what your passion is. Your passion might be, yo, I want to open up a clothing store or a restaurant. Bro, just keep working at your passion and just keep working, bro. Keep working. You're going to look up, and I've always said, like, if you're not down to work 10 years straight without any type of goal or any type of real gain, like, oh, you made it, you accomplished it. If you're not ready to work 10 years for your passion, you ain't passionate enough. That was always my motto. If I can't put in work for 10 years and not make it, bro, I didn't want it bad enough, right? So, for anybody who's a little bit younger, I hope whether you watching me or, watching me kind of reminiscing on certain moments, because it's like matching up with my life at the point. I hope you take that, right? Like, bro, just, shit's gonna be okay. Just keep working, work harder than everybody around you. Like, make sure if you ever feel like you have too much free time, you're fucking lazy, you're fucking up. Keep working that shit. You're gonna be bogged down with bills. Bitches are gonna curve you. And this is one of the most important decisions I had to make in life. For everybody, if you're below the age of 25, you have to come to that crossroads where you are able to tell your friends no. That hurt me when it first started happening. Because they were, like, we finally started getting bitches. Like, bitches were fucking with us, right? I'm a poppin' DJ. So now it's like, let's just keep hanging out with the bitches and fuck them. But, like, it got old and it was just like, dog, I don't want to be 30 still doing this. I want to, like, get out of debt. I want to be successful. I want to have a nicer car than a Mazda 3. And I remember they would be like, yo, let's go to this. They're hanging out. And I would be like, nah, bro. Like, I gotta do this review that's going on YouTube. And it would just kind of look at me like, what the fuck are you doing? You're about to sit here and do a fucking review. Why did you even DJ if you don't want to just enjoy the bitches? And I was like, I've enjoyed it already. I got to, like, put more work in because there's another level. So I guess I also say that to say, for anybody, man, there's always some sacrifice. Anyway, enough for me, bro. Let's get back to Tracy.
Yeah. Man, technology is crazy, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Where are they?
Yo, I'm cheese right now.
I'm cheese right now. Yo, Kendrick right now is just like doing burpees, just swinging in the air, bro. Like, yo, tell me you're cheesing, fam. Like, yo, he's tight.
Hold on. Yo, I know you're cheesed. Yo, Jay. Jordan, come here.
Yeah, that is Vanessa Bling. Thank you. Who said that? Nashawn Webb? What you know about Vanessa Bling, dog?
Tradeness!
Traitness.
Where are you? On studio.
Traitness.
Why?
Why? Yo, give me 5 consecutive right now.
Why?
This is so funny because from what I know as a Jamaican, that whole thing about, let me explain it to y'all Americans or who are Jamaican. The whole, when it be like, why? It's like it really got popularized after Vibes Cartel and Popcorn, who were basically a tandem at that time. You know, it was them like speaking down and rebuking certain behavior. You know what I mean? So it's like, why is like pause. So he's, you know, it'd be like, yo, if you're like, it's just for whatever behavior. Just be like, yo, in Jamaican terms, you would be like, and I'm also equating to American terms, you'd be like, yo, pause. What you mean you rocking the mic? You ever heard that with camera? Like, pause on rocking the mic. In Jamaican terms, you'd be like, why for rocking the mic? For rocking another man's mic. It's basically like no homo. Like, that's all really it is. You get what I mean? Now, there's other like, you know, kind of intonations of it. You know what I mean? Because now they start to be like, why? And it's like, wire them up. And then if you ever look at like an autopsy, they cut the body in a Y format. So it then gets a little bit deeper, but that's all it is. It's not that deep. It's like, so when people are just saying, like when Popcorn says why, is usually because he's like, you know, he's rebuking or he's like denouncing certain behaviors. So he'd be like, yo, why for that? You get what I mean? So it's like, yo, we don't fuck with that, right? And then later, you know, you hear like, say, a Vibes Cartel that says, why? Like, you know what I mean? Which is usually when they're singing about gangster shit, is talking about killing people, and the why becomes the autopsy shit. I hope you understand it, okay?
Why? Traitness. 6 bomber clock consecutive me I hear. Trust me. Whyness.
Now, I know some of y'all want me to just say Drake's a complete fraud for even adopting some Jamaican lingo. The thing is that Jamaican patois, which if you don't know, patois is a dialect. The reason why it's a dialect, I'm giving you a little bit of game here. Patois, and by the way, I grew up, I was born in Jamaica. I came over here, then I went to high school over here. The official language of Jamaica is English, but the dialect that people know Jamaica for is called patois. It's a dialect mixed with French, Portuguese, Spanish, and English. And there's some Latin there too. And all of that has to do with Jamaica's colonial history, where a lot of some of the conquistadors who came through the Caribbean, who touched the island of Jamaica, not only brought fruits and products and spices and herbs, but they brought languages that a lot of the locals adopted, and it became a blended mix. Okay, you understand? Now, the difference and the reason why, for example, if you go to Haiti or Haiti, they have as well their own, but I don't know if it's a dialect when it comes to Haiti. The reason why it's called a dialect in Jamaica is that a dialect is different from a language. So English is a language. Patois or Jamaican, or whatever y'all call Jamaican, patois is a dialect. The difference is a dialect has no official written form. So this is why they don't teach you how to speak Jamaican in schools in Jamaica, because there's no official written form, but there is a understood form when you speak it. So the people continue it, and it's called a dialect. A language has, okay, I am, he is, they are. Like, there's conjugations, there is a official written form. When it comes to patois, it's called a dialect. Okay, some of y'all might be like, we don't give a fuck, but I'm trying to give a little bit of what that is. Now, Jamaican, the diaspora of how Jamaican immigrants. So a lot of Jamaican immigrants came to the U.S. as indentured servants. So they would come up on a visa to work the fields. a lot of them didn't go back. That's where you get a lot of Jamaicans who ended up coming to America, and it's mostly East Coast. New York, New Jersey, and you'll catch them also in Toronto. In New York, that's why the shower posse. You get what I'm saying? Like on the East Coast, the shower posse came from the influence of the gangs. They started communicating with the people back home. There was drugs, whatever. So there's actually some real history to it. In Toronto, there's an influx of not only Jamaicans, but Jamaican culture. I don't know the whole history of Canada, but Toronto specifically, Jamaican culture influences Toronto. It's funny because I'll comment on some Toronto pages and they'll be like, why he trying to talk like us? And to me, it's hilarious because Toronto is heavily influenced by Jamaica, not the other way around. I am Jamaican. So when Drake is saying all this, that's more in tune with my natural language. When you hear some of these guys who have this, you might be like, these Canadians have this weird accent. No, it's a accent that's kind of built on English. Obviously with Canada, when you go to the West, by the time you get to Montreal and Quebec, we're going to be talking about French. There's French influence. To know about everything, you got to realize how culture really moved. You get what I'm saying? By the way, if you ever think about also Jamaica, Jamaica has two populations. There's heavy Indians and heavy amount of Chinese people. And those were people who came over for work, who stayed, who built businesses. Everybody, if you're from Jamaica, there's a bunch of Chinese people there. And there's a bunch of Indian people there, or call it Coolie. And those people, they're Jamaican, of course, because, they've lived there for generations. But they came during a time to build up infrastructure and they never left. That's just kind of what it is. Anyway, all right, enough of that. Somebody says, my mom has to be a teacher. My mom is a teacher. My mother's a teacher. My dad's a principal. Well, was, God rest my dad's soul. So my dad was a principal. Yeah, I come from a really, like the name Akademiks, I didn't come up with it back in the day just to be like, nigga, I was a book nerd. Literally. I came up having to, this is how you're going to be a millionaire. You're going to have to excel in school and through academia. So that's why I became Akademiks. You know what I mean? I just spelled it a little funny. Anyway.
You want to see party? You want to see party?
I already saw it.
Okay, let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Okay, and I guess I said that to say, if you're saying that Drake is being a fraud when you're hearing him talk like this, you have to understand Canada. In Canada, the accent that you call weird is a blended mix of all the cultures that exist in Canada. So if you go to Toronto, and I don't want to speak directly for them, because there is much more than the Jamaican influx of immigrants, you have a huge Ethiopian population that immigrated. And I don't know how the real story of how that happened, but if you go to Toronto, you're going to run into a lot of Ethiopian people, right? You're going to run into a lot of people from Jamaica. You're going to run into a bunch, you have to understand how people have moved around on this planet to understand why these places, if you think about why are there so many Hispanic people in the Bronx? That's a story. That actually is a story. Why is Florida dominated by Cubans? That's a story. Why do Cubans seem to identify more as Republicans? That's a story based on Cuba and their colonial past, or not colonial, but their past dealing with a dictator, Fidel Castro, and what they're. So all this makes sense. I hope you guys understand that. Somalis. I'm sorry. It's not Ethiopians. I'm sorry. Somalis. I'm sorry. Thank you. Yes, them Malis really. They I mean, Press, I believe, is Somalian. I think the guy who runs Six Buzz, he's Somalian. Yeah, it is what it is. So once you start realizing this shit, you'll figure it out. It's kind of think about the U.S. When you go to the West Coast, when you go to California, there's a heavy Mexican population. This is why, like, even though they, you know, when it comes to inner cities and they talk about Bloods and Crips, they always have to talk about the Hispanic gangs. California shares a border with Mexico. What do you think happened? In Arizona, there's a lot of people who came across that border. Like, you get to realize that no matter where you're from, you're influenced by some other shit because of how people have moved around in this world. And someone like Drake, you know, I don't know the full story of Drake of, like, you know, I know his dad's from Memphis. Was his mom just from Toronto? I don't know. But anyway, if he grew up in Toronto, he's going to be exposed to a lot of culture that's going to be in tune with, like, that Jamaican dancehall reggae culture. And he's going to be in tune with a bunch of Somalian and Somalian culture. That's just kind of what it is, right? And when people just ignorantly say, oh, Drake is just trying to be Jamaican. No, if you grew up as a Canadian individual in Toronto, you're going to probably have a favorite Jamaican spot. You're probably going to be going to some dancehall parties, and you're probably going to have some lingo that becomes popular that's more Jamaican than not. So he's not really being a fraud or fake. He's just kind of being himself, but he grew up in Canada. And I have to say that because one thing I've realized, and I do want to, I want to send this message to my audience. I implore all of y'all to travel. Please travel. You have to see the rest of the world. The world is so much bigger than the city you live in, the block you live on, the state you live in, the region you live in. When you go to other places, you see their culture, their taste, their slang, their language, you know, and you get to appreciate that people are just different. And you know, anyway, I don't want to lecture y'all. But I do want to tell y'all to travel a little bit, because if you say that Drake is being like some type of, you know, colonized, like Jamaican people, most Jamaican people have family in a few places: London, Toronto or Canada, or in the New York, New Jersey area. That's kind of how Jamaica, like, you'll be like, oh, my auntie's in, like, my aunt and my cousin lived in London for a long time. You know what I mean? Now, me personally, I don't have any direct family that lived in Toronto, but yeah, like, if you ask me why I don't move out of New Jersey, because New Jersey is trash. Like, I would rather be in Florida. My family's here. Like, my only family that's not in Jamaica is in this little 2 to 3 states. Like, I could go to Florida, but now I don't. My family have to get on a plane to see them anytime. You know what I mean?
I know I'm gonzo. Yo, hookah bun, daddy. Trust me. So funny.
Okay, here we go.
Something, you know?
Yeah, they're still working on that track. By the way, this goes to show how long it takes to work on these tracks. What's this shit?
How fast are you going, 40?
Hey, chat, who is this? This clearly is an instrumentalist. Don't know what his name is. Can somebody get me his name?
Somewhere between psychotic and iconic. Somewhere between I want it and I get.
Yo, who said Lenny Kravitz? Get the fuck out of here. Okay. I'm skipping past the repetitive part. Don't worry. Is that Jimi Hendrix son? Yo, y'all niggas is just lying. Y'all see a black guitarist and y'all automatically say that, huh?
Desensitizes the moment.
Yeah.
If you wasn't there, you
Is that Baca? I don't know if that's Baca. Who is this?
just just wasn't there.
Right, yeah.
You had the memory. That's all you had of it.
Yeah, that's so crazy too.
You know what's crazy that I realized? Yo, Drake himself was doing this recording. I don't even know what he was recording with, but I wonder if like people around him was like, why is this nigga like pulling out a camera on me, right?
That's so crazy.
Is this a Maybach? He's probably documenting these moments for himself too.
Never know when you he gets that he wants to kill the club, but he has to kill the club on the radio, and the new shit will just crush the world. He understands that, you know. But he's like, just a moment. Like I don't want to lose the moment. Like, you know. So I empathize with that 100%. I get it. But it's a battle that even we go through with mixes. I'm terrified to get a mix from Gadge because I might not like it, but I know it's going to be better.
Right.
Like it's a tough thing to deal with, you know. So
I know we're getting a whopping no.
I know.
Anyway, fuck. How's that?
Tough thing. Drops. It's like, oh fuck, I'm downloading that. This song's on it. Like the only thing about it is you don't.
Look at somebody trying to. And by the way, we are live. I'm reading my Twitter, everything. Easy Mac Williams. I seen you just tweet me, so I'll indulge you, my brother. He says I'm on Axe Live, and what? He says Akademiks on his live talking about why Drake talks patois. Answer for this. I'll play it.
There's candlelight. It was really dark, really romantic. Got to know them much better, so it was fun. Do you have like your words up there that like kind of funky and weird?
The guys at our school, instead of addressing people like the group, like saying like, "What are you guys doing?" Say "man's like you." It's really weird. Yeah. So "man's like you" are going to that, and then this means like the group.
Crew. That's interesting.
It's not. It's really ignorant.
What about rude? That's rude.
Okay, so Drake basically calls the Toronto speak, which basically he kind of does now. He called that, he calls it ignorant.
No.
That's a good thing. That's fat. That's dope.
For you, sir, who tweeted me this, Drake code switches, yes. He's with two white girls and somebody who doesn't seem to come from the background. It's kind of like, it's almost like street talk. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, like if somebody like G Herbo walked up in here and it was just like, yo, I'm phone him grave, like I'm smoking on this and third, like, all right, cool. I'm going to be able to communicate with him and I'm going to understand why he's talking like that. Now, if I'm with two white girls who probably come from Beverly Hills, they don't know nothing about Chicago. Again, I'm not saying I would just completely deny the fact that I know about conversation, I know about speech like that, and I probably indulge in it. But that's what Drake did. He code switched. He code switched clearly, right? He's with two white girls, and he's acting like, yo, the street talk, I don't like that. That's ignorant, right? I don't know if he's doing it just to fuck. I'm just being honest. I don't know if he's doing it just to fuck, or maybe this is his true thoughts. You can make that opinion, but it is what it is, right? He's code switching. Like, that's clear, right?
You don't get that discovery of that song, and there's another song potentially living on its own, but it's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's up to him, you know. If it doesn't work for him, then it doesn't work for him. But
I like it. I think it'll be
I think it's fucking huge.
I feel like I can pretty convince that guy, I have like anything I want at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's just a matter of like how far I'm willing to go to like. But I can sell it to him. That's like a perfect rollout. Yeah, you drop that as a single, you launch it for him, fucking roll out, get everybody excited about the date, and then you drop the shit on the second. It's like,
and the crazy part is he has the tape to support it. It's not like my joint is the best joint on the tape.
Hold on.